What's up, everyone? So, in the lovely mood of the holidays, I would like to talk about customers and kind of coming from a retail standpoint, my 4 years of working in retail, how terrible they can actually get either during the holidays or after. Some examples that I have are a little extreme and a little ridiculous. So, we've had people obviously come up to the register, and when you can't help them, they get super upset and they're like, well, find somebody who can. It's like, that's not okay. And so you go find like your manager or whoever, and they come over and they help. Or I had one guy who I was helping him ring up, and then our register just froze and stopped working. I was like, sorry, sir, you're going to need to go use another register. There's one right over there, or there's checkout stands or anything else. And he looks at me, he's like, well, can you find somebody else who knows how to do it? I'm like, that's not how this works. The register itself, the whole system is frozen. It's not working. I can turn it off and turn it back on, but that'll take like 20 minutes and maybe it'll work. So he just left. It was like, okay. Another one is, there was a lady who came by and she was asking for the price of something. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's this. And she's like, well, it doesn't say it on here. It's like, well, I forgot to write it on, or whoever did them forgot to write it on. So I'll get to that in a second. But the price is like $4.99. And it's on sales. Usually it's $5.45 or $5.50 or whatever. And she just looked at it again, and she looked at me. She's like, yeah, I'm not seeing it on here. I'm like, it's not. I'm letting you know, it's not on there. You're gonna have to trust me on this. It's $4.99. It's on sale. And then she just kind of looked at it, and she's like, okay, thanks anyway, and set it down, and then walked away. And I looked at my boss, I was like, did she not believe me? Like, why would I lie? It's almost like my store has some sort of center where you can like check the price of things. A nice big pillar with literally a big question mark that's just like on the fucking pillar. And you can go look at that. And then it's easy. It's done. That's all you have to do. And it'll tell you whether I'm lying or not if you really don't believe me that much. And those people don't even get to me as much as like, so the area in which I work, in the retail place that I do, it has a bar of like foods, like panda foods that you can self-serve. And there's two signs. There's one up on top of it and one over by where the containers are, and both of them say, hey, don't use your hands, use your utensils that we provide you to keep it clean. And the other one says, please ask us for samples. We will sample you whatever you want. Well, apparently everybody just ignores that sign. Nobody pays attention to it. I've had a grown man, like in his 40s, walk up, grab something out of the trough, pop it in his mouth, and then like ignore me when I'm like, hey, if you need a sample, let me help you. And he's like, and walks away. I'm like, and there was a child who walked up, probably like 8 or so, and he looks up and then he gets my attention. He's like, hey miss. I'm like, oh yeah, hi, what can I do for you? He's like, so it says I need to ask you for a sample. My head just nearly fucking exploded because that sign is at like adult level on top of the bar that we have, like past the glass. And he saw it, but the old man couldn't do anything. Like, he couldn't read it and pay attention to it. And we'll tell people too, we're like, yeah, hey, if you need something, please ask. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, duh. I'm like, no, you don't understand. We have people that'll just reach the fuck in, grab what they want, shove it in their mouth, maybe reach in again for something else, and then leave. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, you would be surprised. It's ridiculous. There's not anything we can do about it. Like, when it happens, we take whatever it is they grabbed out of, and for all of you people who go to the lovely retail stores and either do that or watch somebody do that, all that food that you just touched, we throw it away. We don't know if you're sick, if you may become sick, what you've touched that day. We have no information on that. You could be the cleanest person on earth. We don't care. You just shoved your hand into something. We have to throw it away now. Even if it was just filled and there's like 8 pounds, which I've had to do with, it was a salsa. A lady decided that as soon as I was talking to her, it was like, hey, if you need any help, let me know. And then I turned around again and she had the spoon. It's like, okay, well, I had the spoon to her mouth, and I rounded the corner and was like, hey, if you need me to get you a sample, let me know. And she throws the spoon back into the trough. And I'm like, I would have rather you just held on to the spoon. Now I have to shrink out 8 pounds of salsa. Great. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, if you're sorry, that means you knew, and you shouldn't do the thing. In which we've had people go, oh, I know I shouldn't have, but, and we're like, then why did you do it? Why would you do it if you know you should not? Like, it's common sense, or at least I feel like it's common sense, not to just grab food, especially serve food that other people want to eat. I keep telling them that I just want to get like a spray bottle and treat them all like animals. And just whenever one of them comes up and I see that hand slowly start to inch forward, I'm just spraying between the eyes and tell them no. Now if you want a sample, I can get you one. Don't fucking grab it. And we've had people look offended when we tell them, hey, don't grab things out of the olive bar. They're just little, because they know they got caught. I'm like, yeah, you got caught doing something you're not supposed to do in the middle of a retail store with a bunch of other people. Good job. Don't give me the pissy look, because you're the idiot. If you see yourself doing any of these things, like, knock it off. Just stop. You're just making it 20 times harder on everybody else around you. Because the second something like that happens, or a customer's throwing a fit about something, like, I'm not happy, do I look happy? Well, no, you don't, and you're yelling at me. I can try to help you if you would like to calm down and stop taking out everything that's happened to you today, apparently, on specifically me. It's a shitty thing to do to people. Don't do it to people. Or try not to do it to people. Sometimes it happens. You slip up and you're like, I'm sorry, I've had a minute to breathe. And other times, they don't. They just walk away. Because they're assholes. Don't come back. I would be fine not seeing you again. Honestly. But when these things happen, it takes time away from everyone else. Like, why would you just choose? I get it. Some people think that they're actually entitled. Like, we've had people, they'll have someone helping them at the counter and then be upset because while they're already being helped, nobody else offered or would, like, help them during. We've also had customers have, like, 3 people helping them because they demanded that much attention to get out of there that quickly. Which is just selfish and absurd. Like, be a decent human being. The point is, during the holidays, it's already going to be stressful. We're going to be stressed because a lot of us don't want to be working anyway. Like, holidays are supposed to be fun, family, being around the people you love, being home, being around your animals. But we're here because we need to make a living. And we're helping you. And the least you could do is not be a dick. Just get what you want, be semi-kind about it, or be sort of dismissive. Just don't be an asshole. And then go home. And then let us go home. Especially on Christmas Eve. You people that try to stay after the store's like closing at 6 or so, and you're still there at like 6:15, go the fuck home. We don't want you there. We will start making overhead saying, hey, everyone wants to go home and see their families, enjoy the holidays. We're sorry that you decided to leave your last minute shopping for right now. Go home so we can go home. And if you take this advice, it'll make the holiday season so much easier. Maybe not Black Friday, because that's just a chaotic shithole in its own. But like Thanksgiving, shopping for food, getting the trays and platters you want, getting things made up, looking for ingredients, or Christmas, looking for gifts, looking for decorations. Just ask. Be nice about it. Don't be a disgusting person. Is that too much to ask? Like, I know I haven't worked in retail as long as some people, but 4 years, still enough to be like, why are people so shitty half of the time? I'll understand. Like, I try to like people anyway, but things like this happen, not quite a people person after that. I'm like, stop. Just stop. Just make everyone's life easier. Cut it the fuck out. Look at yourself. Be like, so, stop being an asshole. And then go in and do what you want to do and then leave. So for those of you out there who work in retail, I feel your pain. People are going to do what they're going to do. And hopefully they'll stop sometimes, or they'll chill the fuck out, or they'll listen, or read a simple sign that says, hey, don't grab food. Maybe one time in your life. And for those of you who are out there and being customers in this world, like you have an office job and you come to the grocery store to buy whatever because that's what people do, just think about your actions before you do them. Like, you don't know what another customer's going through. You also don't know what an employee's going through. I'll get on it in another video, but I have extreme anxiety. So I'll just be anxious all day and not really, I'll reach out to customers and try to be super kind, but then when they start digging in on me, I'm like, okay, what can I do to make you go away? Without being rude, because then if I'm rude in any single form, I get in trouble and you get a pat on the back and like a fucking gift card and told everything will be okay. They've been reprimanded for telling you no. Be nice people, be decent people. If you're nice to them, unless the fucking service person's also shitty and having a shitty day, we'll be nice to you too. It can be a joint thing. It's real easy. Everybody, happy holidays. Enjoy Thanksgiving, because that's coming up soon. I have to get a cheese platter. And I wish you luck in all of your meal making and your trips to the grocery store and dealing with either customers or the retail workers. I hope they're pleasant. See you later, guys.